Good afternoon, YouTube. What's going on? It's Mesa Fail, Table Sean, whatever Sean, back at it with some Destiny. Okay, guys, in this video, we're going to round up some of the latest Destiny 2 news coming out of Mashable, Polygon, a number of websites. I'm going to link them all in the descriptions, but there's two main topics that I want to talk about. One is some of our old favorite supers definitely not coming back, and then also the fact that there's no more Grimoire cards that we can read. And a shout out to Hallelujah Blessious. This is his footage. We shared footage together when we went to LA last week to play Destiny 2. So link to his channel will be in the description. So when I went out to play Destiny 2, the available subclasses that were there, well, was the Gunslinger for the Hunter. We didn't get to play in the Arc Strider. We had the Striker Titan. We also got the Dawn Blade, which is the Warlock new one with the flaming sword. And we also saw in the trailer that the Arc Strider is now replacing the Blade Dancer. And the Titan is getting what's called the Sentinel. That's the Captain America Titan, where you see him either using a shield to deflect things or actually throwing it a la Tron. Now, the Voidwalker for the Warlock is definitely coming back. I was getting a lot of questions about that, and actually I was kind of concerned about myself since I main a Warlock. But in Mashable, there was an interview with Steve Cotton, so he talks about a few things here. He goes, super abilities in Destiny 2 are meant to be more offensive than tactical or defensive. The new 3 classes, as well as the Destiny 1 classes that are confirmed to be returning, are Striker, Gunslinger, and Voidwalker. They're focused on causing large amounts of damage as quickly as possible. The super is for when you want to go to town. Then he goes on to say, don't panic though. Yes, the Defender's Bubble Shield is one of Destiny's most iconic abilities, and the Sunsinger Self-Res has caused more clutch saves than all the others combined. But those types of tactical abilities aren't gone, they're just not just super anymore. Well, I don't know about that, because the Self-Res is definitely gone, and so is the Bubble, but I'm just going to read this further. Now Warlocks, Titans, and Hunters have their own distinctive class abilities that augment their loadouts with more tactical powers, several of them fulfilling similar roles to the Bubble Shield in the first Destiny. Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, links will be in the description for each of the classes I played with. I made full guides in them. But now, like on PS4, when you press circle, let's say for the Warlock, you put down a rift. And if you stand in that rift, you can either choose 2 different types. One is one that's going to heal you or your allies, and the other one is you do bonus damage. For the Titan, he puts down this kind of front shield in front of him, and he can kind of peek behind it. It has some benefits to whether reloading or peeking out, or it's basically like a cover shield. You can also close off doorways or areas with it. So then Steve Cotton goes on to kind of compare how these new class abilities are compared to those old supers. Like he goes, Titans, for example, can periodically deploy a front-facing shield of various sizes, while Warlocks can deploy a rift that powers up and heals or does extra damage in a small area. These abilities have their cooldowns, much like grenades and melee attacks. By themselves, they aren't that impactful as the Titan Bubble is now, but they could be used more frequently. And Destiny 2 players would no doubt find creative ways to combine them. Titan mains will no doubt miss their bubbles, but Cotton said that the changes are for the best. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. For me, I'm going to miss the bubble, and I'm definitely going to miss being able to self-res. You know, I like soloing the Nightfall, and yeah, I know you experts out there can do it without dying, but for me, my crutch was obviously self-res. And in a lot of raid situations, self-res, the bubble, especially the bubble, I mean, every raid pretty much we always have to, or at least my crew, we like to have at least one Titan running Ward of Dawn. But let me know in the comment section, are you guys going to miss them? Do you think they're going in the right direction? I think it's going to make for some really interesting PvE stuff, especially when it comes to the raid. You know, look, let's be frank, they were crutches. The bubbles were always used for either protecting everybody or giving us all a buff in terms of doing damage. We no longer have that, and we got to kind of think carefully. You know, granted, the Warlock can throw down his rift and we can do extra damage or heal, but it's not like the shield the bubble gave us, you know? So I'm definitely going to miss them, but I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Now, next up, let's talk about the Grimoire cards. Now, here's where it gets a little weird, because I know there's probably a lot of you guys that love the Grimoire cards and love reading the Grimoire, and then there's people like me that have no time for that. I don't want to go on to Bungie.net or go open up my phone and read all that stuff. I want to learn about it in the game. You know, I consider myself a casual, even though I'm a Destiny YouTuber, but, you know, I want the story told to me through the game. I don't want to have to go and read it somewhere. Now, are you guys happy about this, or are you one of those that really likes to dive deep into the story? My only fear is that if they're showing all the lore in the game, is it going to be dumbed down a little bit? Remember, we saw a screenshot where if you press a certain button, I forget which one it was, but it says show lore. Now, does that mean like the amount of data or reading material you would get in a Grimoire card is going to be in the game showing up on screen? Is it going to be a little cutscene or something? It's more than likely just going to be something that you press a button and then a text will pop up and it'll have a whole page and you can choose to read it or just bypass it. Now, for someone like me that has the attention span of an angry fruit fly, I love it, guys. You know what? If I want to read it, I'll press the button. I can read everything. I don't want to have to go to my phone to learn about things, but at the same time, I do see how it's going to affect content creators. You know, like Mylan Games, My Name is Bife, Sir Wallen, you know, they make amazing lore channels. And actually, that's where I would go to learn more about the story, is I'd go watch their videos. But I think they're going to be okay. You know what? If they just put the amount of, and I'm speculating here, if they throw the amount of detail they put in the Grimoire cards that we have now, but in the game, where you press a button, it comes up on screen, and all of it's right there. I just hope they don't simplify the story and dumb it down. Like, keep it all in there. And they said that this game has way more cinematics than any DLC, any vanilla Destiny, anything we've seen before. So it should all be there in the game. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Quick video. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on both the subclasses as well as the not having Grimoire cards in the game. That's it. Do me a favor. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Usually and always on YouTube. And that's it. I'm out of here like Vladimir.